Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of 7 Minutes with Deven. I am giving a big welcome today to Dustin Pari of Ghost Hunters, but also we are going to be discussing today the fact that you are also a motivational positive speaker. Thanks so much for being here.
It's my pleasure, Devin. Thank you so much for having me here.
Absolutely. Now, a lot of people do know you just like I do from Ghost Hunters and the whole paranormal side, but after I got to meet you and attend conventions, I actually learned that you do some motivational speaking. So where did that come into play? What made you decide to get into that? Because knowing you, it perfectly fits well. You were like this ray of sunshine every time I meet you. So it does fit, but how did it become a project for you?
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It kind of all came together because of social media. People reach out to you because they see you on TV, and it started with ghost questions, but then it started being more serious stuff. And I have time and I have a helpful heart, so I would write back to people. I'd offer what advice I could, and then I noticed even my lectures started to take more of a motivational turn. I would tell you a ghost story, but then I would relate it to us as spirits going through this life and the things we need to do like while we're here. And all of a sudden it's definitely now shifted. I still go to all the paranormal conventions, but most of the people that come to my table are wanting to talk to me about like a motivational thing or a video or something or other. So been very happy to do all of it. That's for sure.
Yeah, when did all that kind of come about?
This would have started for me back when I was doing Ghost Hunters International. That
Okay.
was when I was the loneliest because I was a married guy on a crew of mostly single people. So
Oh,
I would go out and have a drink or two and then go back to my room. And it was during the time of MySpace, Devin. I would go on MySpace
we're
and
going back.
yeah, we're going back, and I'd read my messages, and that's where I started going back and forth with people, and it's just kind of evolved, from there. But yeah, definitely during the GHI days.
Very nice. Um, Now, I've noticed that you also gear some of the lectures toward children. Is that correct? You do school
Yeah,
seminars?
yeah. Unfortunately, one of the largest groups of increase for death by suicide is in young kids, in young teens. 10 to 13, I think, was the highest age bracket where they've seen growth in the last couple of years, which is really sad, because I think back at that age and I was a pretty happy kid. I just wanted to ride my bike and play video games. Like, it was great. And but life is different now. Not just because of the things going on in our outside world currently, but just everything has changed over the years. And I think it's very difficult for children now. So I'm very thankful when I get invited into schools to do my presentations. And there's always those couple of kids that you really connect with that come up afterwards to talk to you. And you only need to reach one of them, but it's a blessing when you know you made a difference there.
That's very great that you actually have that to offer them and go out to the schools and reach out, because I hate hearing those statistics. I didn't realize that
Yeah,
was such a predominant group.
yeah, it is, sadly, but I'm happy to help any way that I can. So
Yeah. And then you also do some YouTube videos, correct?
yeah, I get bored very easily, so I need to do lots of projects. So I came up with this motivational series called "Hey, Got a Minute?" because we're all very busy. You need short format stuff, just like you understand. And
Yep.
so it's one motivational minute, with some prepackaged graphics, and every day of the week is different. There's a Melodic Monday, which we talk about song lyrics. Techno Tuesday, where we talk about technology. Saturday Science, where I dress up as a scientist. So there's a lot of cosplay involved, I guess, as well. And there's 120 episodes so far, and there's
Oh, wow.
talk about doing another season of them. I do 60 at a time. So and they're all short and they're easy for people to watch, and I hope it brings some people some light and some laughter.
I know it definitely does, because I happened to catch one when I think you first started them, and that's how I learned about your YouTube series. Is you did one on Jack and the Beanstalk and about using that
Yep.
as like a seed to
Yeah,
grow what your true passion is, and it really hit home. And like just that, like you said, in just a minute you can pack so much punch, because that
that's true.
one little story was so inspiring. So
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you remember that.
yeah, check it out. To wrap up, do you have any, because it's kind of chaotic times right now, we
Right.
all know people are going through a lot, any sort of inspirational words to leave for everyone?
Sure. I think this is the most important thing that I've come to see as this is going on. And this is not to mitigate or to lessen any of the lives that are lost while this is going on, because it is very sad and it's very tragic. It is a very real thing. We've lost a lot of people globally, you know, and in small neighborhoods and networks and stuff, we probably notice it more. But globally, we've lost so many people that it becomes such a big number, we forget each one is a life. And I think about if this disease had to touch each one of those people, it had to spread from one person to another to another. Everybody that passed away from this disease or recovered from it had to be in contact in one way or another. That also means to me that globally we're also that interwoven, that why can't we share positivity and love and all reach out to each other with love and kindness and spread that same type of thing all across the world? And I believe that we can do it.
Oh, that's a great, beautiful concept. Thank you so much for that. That actually is very true.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
thank you. My pleasure.
Well, thank you. And definitely everyone check out Dustin. He is inspirational, just as you saw just now. Where can they find future lectures as well?
It's just at dustinpari.com. So we're still adding some. We're doing some virtual ones, and we'll be out there on the road whenever they let me back out there on the road.
Hopefully very soon, because it is worth a trip to see you.
Thank you.
And I will definitely be by to see you as well as soon as I can.
Thank you so much, Deven.
Thank you for stopping by, and see you all later.